The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This is perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This is perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spinning knowledge, better best is soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decisions. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This is perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This is perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, take 25. Check, walk 54. Okay, just like that. Check.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, G. Swing. Check 99. Big dad. Come. Watch the twist. Kill. 51, jump.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What we got? Hey, 59, ready. Check.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Levante David able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Running right, this is Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
5 on 50. 5 on 50. Check. Cross. 3, 53. Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready. Blue lady. Easy. Flip it. Get that quarterback. 45.
On 3rd down, Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They run. Devontae Freeman. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, Logan. And he's blocked down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. His target, it's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 at the 46-yard line.
50. Blue lady. 53. Tighten up. Pull together.
On 2nd down now. It's Logan, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5. Ready. Move ready. Check 45 to mine. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Winston from the gun on third down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now it's Freeman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
20. 54. Hey, echo. Go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the slit. Joker.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to walk one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
20.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Here we go. Minus 54. Hey, take this.
Ryan now to throw on third down. The quick slant caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They come out here in the eye.
He's checking.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 20 on the year. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance.
They've got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Falcons have it. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
54 Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Stay on. He's crossing. 51. Let's go. Go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Mike, 53.
First down, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 53 is the mark. Let me go. Ready? Check. 53 is the mark.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Ryan on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Well,
they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Minus 54. Minus 54. Hey, keep stick. Keep stick. Switch. Switch.
Now it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sat and sat are on their play sheet.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check 52. Check. 51, Sam. 54, Sam. Hey, orbit.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 19 yards is a pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. That's a good rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Winston now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Winston to throw for it on fourth. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Winston now to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jameis to throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Grady Jarrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is Freeman, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense has knocked the ball away.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready, get ready, get ready. 54, right, 54. Check 21. Rush in. Hey, express.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Freeman again, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12.